We welcome you to Hope Channel Zambia, media that changes lives. It is time for the news, and I'm your anchor, Meboch Timbiti, alongside Sharon Akfuna. Let's look at stories making headlines. Lungu's remains will not be repatriated to Zambia, family. Kikonge mine death toll rises to 9, 7 officers injured. 73 nabbed for immigration offenses. Government sets 34 million kwacha to improve water access. SDA pastor urges churches to take mental health seriously. This plus more stories coming up shortly.
Imagine a home that thinks with you.
Opening. Hang on. The My Gate is open.
With Epitome Engineering Limited, the future is here. From smart circuit breakers to smart switches, smart sockets, smart locks, and the smart home controller that brings it all together, Epitome Engineering transforms your space into a truly intelligent home. Epitome Engineering Limited, your smart life.
Thank you so much for joining us. We continue with the news. The family of late former President Edgar Chagwa Lungu has announced the suspension of the repatriation of the late President Lungu's body due to disagreement with the government. Family spokesperson Makebi Zulu expressed disappointment over the lack of consultation and changes to agreed funeral arrangements. Mr. Zulu says initial agreements between state Lungu's family stated that the body would lie instead at the late president's residence in Chifwema. However, a notice from the road development agents about roadworks on the route to the residence raised concerns. Mr. Zulu says the family was further alarmed when the Secretary to Cabinet, Patrick Kangwa, issued a restriction on who would witness the body's arrival without involving the family in their planning. He said additional unauthorized program was also released, including a body viewing schedule led by President Hakainde Hichilema. Makebi Zulu says due to repeated breaches of the program, the family has decided not to proceed with the repatriation.
Following that statement, the next thing was that there was a program for the arrival of the body at Kenneth Kaunda International Airport. This program suggested that upon arrival at Kenneth Kaunda International Airport, the body would be taken to a designated place for a church service, and thereafter it would be received by President Hakainde Hichilema at the airport. This position was not an agreed position with the family, and the program was made without consultation with the family. When this matter was made known to the Secretary to the Cabinet, he stated that the same was released in error and was a draft, and as such should not have been released. Before long, yet another statement, which they termed a combined program, was released, which essentially contained the same, but further went to suggest that on Thursday, the 19th of June 2025, President Hakainde Hichilema would lead the body viewing at Mulungushi International Conference Center. This program as well was arrived at without consultation with the family. For this reason and many more, the family finds it very difficult to believe that the government will stick to their end of the agreement, and have resolved, sadly so, that the mortal remains of President Edgar Chagwa Lungu will not return home today.
And Chief Government Spokesperson Cornelius Mwetwa has urged Zambians to remain calm and united during this period of national mourning following the death of the 60th Republican President, Mr. Edgar Chagwa Lungu. This call for unity comes in the wake of public announcement by the late president's family spokesperson, Makebi Zulu, stating that the former president's remains will not be repatriated today as initially planned. Speaking this afternoon during the funeral service of Zambia former First Secretary for Education to the Zambian Mission in Australia, Mrs. Mwemba Mubita, held in Choma, Mr. Mwetwa, who is also Information and Media Minister, described the family's decision as a sad and concerning development that has deeply touched many citizens. He noted that government and the Lungu family had previously engaged in lengthy but constructive discussions, which resulted in the joint agreement recently made public in South Africa. In South Africa, an announcement that has raised national hopes for reconciliation and progress. Mr. Mwetwa said that while government recognizes the grief and confusion this change of plans may have caused, there is still hope that matters will still be resolved amicably. He reassured the nation that the President Hakainde Hichilema remains fully in control of the country's affairs and is committed to ensuring peace and national dignity prevails during the solemn time. And in paying tribute to the late Mrs. Mwemba Mubita, Mr. Mwetwa described her as a peaceful, humble, and dedicated public servant who carried out her duties with integrity and deep sense of patriotism. He further called on Zambians serving in the diplomatic service to emulate Mrs. Mubita's example in upholding the values of loyalty, professionalism, and national service. The late Mrs. Mubita was laid to rest today at Mushende Ushia Farms in Choma district, the residence of her father, Chief Hamusonde. The death toll from Kikonge gold mine accident in Mufumbwe district has risen to 9 following the retrieval of 3 more bodies. The gold diggers lost their lives when the earth collapsed on them as they were mining for gold yesterday. Yesterday, 6 bodies were recovered from the site, and continued rescue efforts have since led to the retrieval of 3 additional bodies, bringing the total number of fatalities to 9. Police spokesperson Ray Hamonga has confirmed the development to Hope News and identified the deceased as Eldad Mulowa, 36, of Kitwe, Peter Mlenga, 25, of Kandemba area, Solwezi, Levinson Piri, 28, of Chipata Compound, Lusaka, Dani Ndala, 30, of Kandemba, Solwezi. Mr. Hamonga says the other bodies have not been identified and have been deposited in Mufumbwe District Hospital mortuary awaiting identification. The search and retrieval operation is still ongoing for the remaining suspected missing persons. Meanwhile, last Sunday, 7 officers from the School of Public Order Maintenance sustained injuries after being attacked by illegal miners in the said area.
The Zambia Police Service wishes to inform the general public of a recent operation and subsequent tragic incident involving illegal gold mining activities in the Kikonge and Kakawa areas of Mufumbwe district. On Sunday, 15th June 2025, between 0730 hours and 13 hours, police officers conducted an operation to clear all illegal miners from the Kikonge area. During the operation, a number of illegal miners reacted violently by throwing stones and other objects at the officers. As a result, 7 officers from the School of Public Order Maintenance sustained injuries. The injured officers are Inspector Shamende Mwewa, Constable McFadden Puri, Constable Magala Monga, Constable Breviness Mwape, Constable Patson Mwanja, Constable Purity Shula, and Constable Oscar Mizinga. 3 sustained deep wounds, namely Inspector Shamende, Constable Mwanja, Constable Magala, while Constable McFadden Puri, Constable Breviness Mwape, and Constable Purity Shula sustained minor injuries. They were all attended to at Mukinge Mission Hospital. The other officer, Constable Oscar Mizinga, who sustained head injuries, was referred to Solwezi General Hospital for specialized treatment. Although it was initially believed that the area had been successfully cleared, intelligence later revealed that some illegal miners had relocated and resumed mining activities using hidden bush routes. Yesterday, 17th June 2025, around 7 hours, police were alerted that illegal miners had been buried alive after a tunnel collapsed in the Kakawa Gold Rush mining area. Officers quickly mobilized and responded, managing to retrieve 2 bodies by 10 hours, and by 17:45, 3 more bodies had been retrieved. Preliminary investigations revealed that the miners had dug dangerously weak tunnels and an anthill, which eventually gave way to the constant and unirrigated digging. The incident occurred in the early hours of 17th June 2025 at approximately 03 hours.
73 people have been arrested for immigration offenses by Department of Immigration. The arrests were made during the joint operations in various townships countrywide. In Lusaka, the operations were conducted in Kawata, Chilenje, Mtendere, Chamba Valley, Baulen, and Chalala, where 42 individuals comprising of 39 males and 3 females for various immigration offenses. Others arrested were 20 Burundians, 9 Congolese, 4 Rwandese, 3 Tanzanians, and 1 Mozambican national for unlawful stay and trading without immigration permit, and a female Zambian was also apprehended for obstructing immigration officers in the execution of their duties.
On Tuesday, 17th June 2025, the Lusaka Regional Immigration Office conducted a successful operation in Kawata, Chilenje, Mutendere, Chamba Valley, Bauleni, and Chalala, resulting in the apprehension of 42 individuals, 39 males and 3 females, for various immigration-related offenses. Those apprehended included 20 Burundians, 9 Congolese, 4 Rwandese, 3 Tanzanians, and 1 Mozambican national. These individuals were nabbed for various immigration offenses, including unlawful stay and trading without immigration permits. A female Zambian was apprehended for obstructing officers in the execution of their duties. All the suspects have been detained at Kamulanga Police Station pending further investigations and possible prosecution. In the same operation, 2 Eritrean nationals holding employment permits were found working in a retail shop contrary to their permit conditions. A Myanmar national, a study permit holder, and a Lebanese national on a residence permit were found working illegally. The department has confiscated all the permits in question, and the holders have been summoned to immigration offices for further formalities. Meanwhile, the Solwezi Regional Immigration Office, in conjunction with the Kasempa Immigration Office on 17th June 2025, in the ongoing operation aimed at curbing illegal gold mining, apprehended 19 individuals involved in illegal gold mining activities in the Mufumbwe district. Those apprehended included 17 Tanzanians, including 2 females and 2 Zimbabweans. All suspects are currently detained in Solwezi pending further immigration and legal action. The Lusaka and Solwezi operations bring the number of apprehensions recorded on 17th June 2025 across the country to 73. Additionally, on the same day, the department refused entry to 8 foreign nationals who failed to meet the country's entry requirements. These included 5 Bangladeshi nationals who were turned away at Kenneth Kaunda International Airport due to inconsistencies regarding their host in Zambia, as well as 3 Tanzanian nationals who were refused entry at Nakonde border control. On the same day, the department also removed 23 illegal immigrants of various nationalities from the country and secured 35 convictions for immigration-related offenses.
We now take a break. We'll be right back.
There is nothing quite like the thrill of catching your own fish. And at Papino Investments, we bring that experience to you. Papino Investments, the home of live fish, has everything you need to make your meals unforgettable.
It has a different taste, and that is why I enjoy coming to this place.
From live fish that you can catch for yourself to smoked fish, just chickens, and beef, we have a wide range of products that will satisfy your shopping needs. And if you're looking for something else, we have a wide range of groceries to choose from, including Hope Channel decorders. At Papino Investments, payment is easy. You can pay with cash or use our mobile money services. Visit us today at Robert's Fish and Veggies Building, Chilenge Market, Lusaka, or call us at 0955 108708 or 0976 543822 or 0965 691909. Papino Investments, the home of live fish.
It's time for the biggest club football showdown this June on Top Star. For just 210 kwacha on Antenna Classic OD Smart. Kick off the FIFA Club World Cup on Sunday, 15th June with European giants Bayern Munich facing Auckland City at 18 hours and Paris Saint-Germain versus Atletico Madrid at 21 hours. Conclude match day 1 on Wednesday, 18th June when Manchester City battles Wydad Casablanca at 18 hours and Real Madrid versus Saudi Arabia's Al Hilal at 21 hours. Later, catch match day 2 action as Messi leads Inter Miami against FC Porto on Thursday, 19th June at 21 hours. And African giants Sundowns versus Dortmund on Saturday, 21st June at 18 hours. Quickly, get your Top Star decoder now and catch every goal from the group stage to the final, all live on World Football. Top Star, enjoy digital life.
Imagine a home that thinks with you.
Opening. Hang on. The My Gate is open.
With Epitome Engineering Limited, the future is here. From smart circuit breakers to smart switches, smart sockets, smart locks, and the smart home controller that brings it all together, Epitome Engineering transforms your space into a truly intelligent home. Epitome Engineering Limited, your smart life.
Thank you so much for still staying with us. Government has finalized the importation of 195,000 metric tons of maize from Tanzania, marking a significant step in addressing the severe drought that affected the country during the 2023-2024 farming season. A delegation of government officials led by DMMU Director Mr. Amos Mumba and FRA Acting Executive Director Mr. Justin Chunka witnessed the loading of the final consignment in Sumbawanga, Tanzania. The officials expressed gratitude to the Tanzanian government for their collaboration and goodwill, highlighting the importance of regional partnership in addressing food insecurity. Mr. Chunka confirmed the final consignment is expected to arrive in Zambia within the next 7 days, bringing the total maize importation initiative to successive close. Mr. Chunka reaffirmed the government's commitment to safeguarding the welfare of its citizens through timely responses to national emergencies.
The procurement of this maize, the non-GMO maize from Tanzania, was done through the Disaster Management and Mitigation Unit. So as contract holders, we are here together with FIA to ensure that we witness the loading of the last consignment of the maize. So out of the 195,000 metric tons, we are only remaining with just over 2,000 metric tons, which will be loaded this week and will be delivered to Zambia. So in this operation, we we want to, on behalf of DMME, to thank the government of the People's Republic of Tanzania for having facilitated this exercise.
Sumbawanga, Tanzania, witnessing the final upliftment of the government maize procurement. As we are aware, in February 2024, His Excellency the President declared drought and hunger as national disasters, which prompted the Zambian government to procure a specified quantity of maize stock of 185,000 metric tons, which we commence picking from Tanzania in August 2024. And today, as we stand in the background, you are actually seeing the upliftment of the last consignment of the 195,000 metric tons.
Government, through the Ministry of Water Development and Sanitation, has allocated 34 million kwacha to improve water access in peri-urban areas, benefiting over 50,000 residents. Additionally, 24 commercial boreholes are being drilled to benefit 80,000 residents in areas like Linda and Baulen. Water Development and Sanitation Minister Colin Zovu stated that Lusaka faces a significant water deficit, with production at 265,000 cubic meters per day against a demand of 480,000 cubic meters. In a ministerial statement delivered to Parliament, the minister stated that government is working to address through the initiative like a feasibility study for a dam in Chongwe district and major projects such as Kafiwe bulk water supply project and Lusaka wastewater supply project. He said the Lusaka sanitation program aims for 100% sanitation coverage by 2035, with progress including 5,838 household toilets constructed and 100 public toilets installed.
Water and Sanitation Company has launched a large-scale metering program targeting 64,000 properties. This initiative aims to improve billing accuracy, reduce non-revenue water, and promote water conservation. On community projects under CDF, in line with the decentralization agenda, the ministry is collaborating with local authorities to deliver community water supply projects through CDF. Examples include a 5 million upgrade of a 2.6 kilometer network in Bauleni in Lusaka Central. The Chinika Ward 6 communal kiosks have been constructed at a cost of 600,000 kwacha and now serving in excess of 8,000 people. In Kabanana, a 3 million kwacha pipeline connecting groundwater and surface systems expected to benefit in excess of 40,000 people is almost complete. We encourage other members of Parliament to partner with the ministry to find solutions to water stress in their constituencies. Madam.
As the global attention on mental health is steadily increasing, a call has been made for the church to play a more proactive role in mental wellness. Dr. Justice Mongwe, a South African-based therapist, premarital and marital counselor, and ordained pastor in the Seventh-day Adventist Church, says it is time for the church began treating mental health with the same agency and importance as physical health. Dr. Mongwe, who is currently in Zambia conducting a week of prayer in Lusaka West Mission District, shared these sentiments during an exclusive interview with Hope News. He observed that while May and June are internationally recognized months for raising awareness on mental health, through churches, engagement has remained minimal and often unstructured. occurred. Dr. Mongwe stressed the need for deliberate education, open dialogue, and capacity building within the faith community to destigmatize mental health struggles. He added that the church must reach out more intentionally to those silently suffering, men of whom fear judgment or spiritual condemnation. He noted that training church leaders and members on how to support mental health wellness is just as important as promoting nutrition and exercise from the pulpit.
I believe that the church can do more and should do more in applying its mind to the question of mental health, because it is God's will that we be healthy, both body, mind, and soul. So perhaps we have done enough. Maybe we can still do more on the question of physical health, but we do need to make mental health a normal subject of conversation in the church. We do need to rally together, first to conscientize ourselves of the fact that mental health is health as well, and move on to do something about it. We need to speak more on the subject. We need to reach out more to those who are reluctant to seek help, but also to train people on matters of mental health, the same way we speak about physical health. We do need to coach people on how to stay healthy mentally as well.
The National Legal Aid Clinic for Women has concluded a 3-day training workshop for media practitioners in Lusaka. The workshop's primary objective was to enhance the quality of reporting on women and children's rights, promoting more informed and responsible media coverage. National Legal Aid Clinic for Women Executive Director Mandy Manda says this will contribute to a more informed public discourse and foster a culture of respect for human rights. Ms. Manda highlighted that the media has been trained to move away from stereotyping reporting, promoting more inclusive and sensitive coverage. The workshop was held from June 16th to 18th, 2025 under the theme Promoting Gender-Responsive Reporting and Legal Redress.
Under the strategic plan 2025 to 2029, organized a media training focusing on gender-responsive reporting and legal literacy for media in Lusaka specifically, because the media is an important ally for the National Legal Aid Clinic for Women. We recognize that the media plays an important role in sensitizing communities about human rights and, of course, other issues. But also they help to amplify voices, and they can be a useful tool in advocacy for change, and also just promote social justice. So we brought together different media houses, and we had about 25 media institutions represented in this training. And the key topics that we've been looking at are just gender responsive reporting and addressing stereotypes in our reporting, and also ensuring accuracy in the reporting. And also, most importantly, is to also just share recent reforms in the law, specifically with regards to the Children's Code Act and also the Anti-Gender-Based Violence Act, specifically to ensure that they do no harm in their reporting, because under the Children's Code Act, for instance, the children have a right to protection from the media with regards to when they are, for instance, when the children are being, investigated in connection maybe with an offense. Those children who come into contact with the legal system during apprehension, during arrest, when they're in custody or under any court order, The law specifically provides for their protection, protection with regards to their privacy, the right to privacy, as well as the right to their identity. I think we have had some concerns with some of the reports that would come out, whether it's on television or radio program, and of course with digitalization, social media, we get concerned with some of the articles. As much as you're doing a lot of good work in bringing these stories to the fore, however, we have to also ensure that there is no harm done, because we see that in some of the articles, the identity of the child is revealed, and yet the law actually prohibits that. And it's important that as we're doing our work, we do no harm. So our emphasis here has been to share the development in the law, so that we also build the capacity of the media who are doing good work to ensure that they do no harm when they are covering some of these stories. And also legal accuracy, because it's important that we do not violate the law even when we're reporting on cases, even concerning those cases that are before the courts of law, because also under the Anti-Gender-Based Violence Act there's a specific provision that they should be, the identity of the complainant and even the witnesses should not be disclosed, and we find similar provisions in the Children's Code Act.
Thank you so much, and on that note we conclude our news. But before we go, here are stories that made headlines. Lungu's remains will not be repatriated to Zambia. Kikonge mine death toll rises to 9. 7 officers injured. 73 nabbed for immigration offices. Government sets 34 million kwacha to improve water access. SDA pastor urges churches to take mental health seriously. On behalf of the news crew and the entire production team, I've been your anchor, Mebo Chitimbiti, alongside Sharon Akfuna. It's bye for now.